So all you can do is to just, I don't really know, you can't do so much. If the player said he didn't say it, I've just said he heard it. There's what else can you do? You cannot tell him to like confess, or you cannot coerce him to say what he said. The only thing you can do is to get him to do a light, like a detector test. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, it might even make sense if you actually want to be serious about racism, you know?
Yeah.
It might actually make sense if you want to be really, really serious about this thing.
Actually, I mean, come to think about it, that makes sense. Back-to-back loss to Barcelona against Atletico Madrid and against Girona. 4-0 loss to Atletico Madrid, 2-1 loss to Girona, and if not for your goalkeeper, it would have been like how many? Maybe 6-1, 7-1. What do you think? 6-7-1? Is that correct? Or
I don't know if it was a 2-1 loss.
Do you think that was 6-1, 7-1? He had how many saves? 4, 5?
That's what is there. That's why he's there. It's the keeper. He's there to make saves.
Is that paying to suffer?
He's there to make.
Is that paying for slavery?
Look at this guy.
Okay, what about the 4?
How long have you been waiting for Barca to make?
I've not been waiting for too long. But I have so many says videos about Barcelona because you guys don't fail to produce the wrong results. You guys keep on doing the correct things, like just keep on losing. So what about Atletico Madrid? Any thoughts about Atletico Madrid? Copa del Rey. I heard you said you guys were gonna win the treble. 4-0 down. What do you think? Remontada?
Yeah, of course. Another remontada. Possible.
Possible, sure.
Atletico Madrid lost 3-0 on the road in the La Liga. So if you score one more goal, that's it. The game is tied.
Oh, okay. You guys score one more goal.
So we're going to win at least 4-0.
At least 4-0. Mm-hmm. You guys cannot win Girona. You guys will win Atletico Madrid.
Yes. That's not how football works. Football does not work like that.
So do you think you guys keep the high line, or what's the plan for it?
We will win 5-0. The same way we beat Atletico Bilbao 5-0 is the same way we're going to beat Atletico Madrid 4-0 or 5-0.
Do you know the last time you guys played without conceding a goal?
It was just some recently. It was this year.
This year? Imagine you saying this year for nothing.
Because it's still February. And we play once a week.
I play like at least 6 to 7 games.
We lost 4-0 to Atletico Madrid. But in La Liga, when was the last time we conceded a goal?
Well, last game against Girona.
Okay, before that.
I think the previous match, you guys always concede a goal. It's normal for
No. There was a time recently we went at least 5-6 matches without conceding a goal. I can bring it up for you.
Nah, you can bring it up.
I can bring it up. Don't try me.
I'm telling you, I'm ready to bring the stats.
But where's the start?
Barcelona cannot play 2 games without conceding a goal. It's so normal that Barcelona concedes a goal.
Yes, we even concede goals, but we win games as well.
Okay, but now that you guys have to win Atletico Madrid by 4 goals difference, you guys think you can score 5?
We know what we have to do. We've scored 5 goals before. We've done it before. We are the only team in the history of European competition to come out of a 4-0 deficit. We're the only team in history to do that. So we can do it, and there's a chance we're going to do it. Now, I'm not saying we're guaranteed to do it, of course, but we have to play that way. 5 goals, 4 goals, 4-0 is something we can do, and we're going to do it. So it's not like that's impossible. I know you guys have never done something like that before in your history. The only teams that come close, I think Roma did it, Liverpool has done it before, and that was a 3-0 deficit.
Against Barcelona.
We are the only team that have actually come back from a 4-0 deficit. It's very simple. So on March, whenever the date is, Atletico Bilbao, welcome to the Camp Nou. Oh, it's Madrid. Welcome to the Camp Nou.
You had Messi, you guys had Neymar, you guys had Suarez, you guys had
We still won 5-0 against Bilbao recently.
Who is Bilbao?
Whoever. Atletico Madrid lost 3-0 to who? Who beat Atletico Madrid 3-0? Do you know any player there?
It doesn't, and of course I know players there.
Who?
It doesn't matter about that.
Name one.
It doesn't matter. He's just lamenting, but...
Look at you guys. At least you lost the game on the road. You actually bottled a 2-0 lead against newly promoted teams. I don't want to go there. But anyways, welcome to episode 17, guys. 17. Happy Valentine's Day. You guys are Valentines. We don't have any Valentine. So, it was a long weekend. No leagues, games. It was FA Cups and all that. But happy Valentine's Day to you guys in arrears. We're going to give you guys your Valentine's gift this upcoming weekend because the MLS is back and it's time to have fun. Yeah. I know you're feeling very well because my team lost. But tell me though, how was the Valentine? Did you give anybody Valentine's gift?
Valentine was good. I gave everybody Valentine's gift. I prayed for everybody. I'm that kind of a good person, so I be praying for everybody, and that's my Valentine's gift. So yeah, it's a funny country. Things are happening up and down. So obviously, I pray for people. So that was my Valentine's gift. What about you? What was your Valentine's gift?
A lot of Valentine's gifts. Starting with FC Barcelona losing 2-1 against Girona. I think the referee. What was that referee doing?
Excuses.
No, but you have to understand. Referees have a big impact into these games across the board. It doesn't even matter Barca, Chelsea, Liverpool, bro. And the funny thing is that you've seen them do the exact same thing. This specific referee, he caught a foul against another team for this exact thing. That was a foul within 5 seconds of the goal. You have to have the VAR come back and say, hey, look at this and decide. But anyways, we didn't do enough to win the game. Anyways,
yeah, honestly,
we didn't do enough.
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal missed a penalty. He had a one-on-one. He went out trying to score a panica, looped the ball over the keeper. The keeper got it. Our highline was as open as whatever you can think of. We were open like a dam. The goalkeeper was saving us all game long, and we ended up losing the game. So yeah, that was a bad loss. Definitely a bad loss. I think we have to come back and play better. I think those players are going to be motivated by that referee decision.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, in as much as I like to banter Barcelona and everything, but when you see the excessive force and how he collided, like he stepped on Jules Koundé, I actually think it was a foul.
Yeah, Koundé won the ball fair and square, and he just stepped on him.
He stepped on him, so it was a bad decision, and that just goes to like something which happened in the Champions League as well, which we watched. Newcastle versus Karabakh, where a player
was just trying to defend. He was not even looking.
Yeah, trying to block the ball, and then he fell down, and then the ball touched his hand when he was trying to block the ball falling down, and then they give a penalty.
Yeah, but why do you think whenever such things happen to Real Madrid, they never get the penalty called against them? They never. Against Tchouaméni, this happened a couple of times where your hand is helpless. Yeah, it's helpless. But in some cases, the penalty gets given to Madrid. Against Madrid, they don't give the penalties. Why is it so difficult that with VAR, everything should be factual, but it looks like it's still subjective, like it's open for debate, even though you have VAR and you have a rule book?
The thing is that it's just like some things will always remain subjective, right? Because handball is not like we have some certain technology where if the ball touches your hand, it's an automatic signal that it's a handball. You know, for example, they say if you're in natural position, it touches your hand. In natural position will always be subjective.
Yeah, exactly.
So somebody will say when you're moving like this, your hand goes like this. It's a natural position. Somebody will say no, you can move like this. So those things will always be subjective. I don't know what they'll do to, clarify it. It's not like there's a way they can hold a conference and say, okay, we're going to be showing you guys handball positions right now. It's not possible because...
they should be able to do that. Your hand position can only be in so many positions on a given place. So they have to document it and say, okay, if he's jumping, it has to be this way. If he's walking in the box, you have to do that.
But if they do that, that'd be great.
Yeah, I think fans are actually outraged is because of the inconsistency.
Yeah,
that's all. If you say, okay, you know what, it's a penalty, give it across the board, we're going to understand. But against Madrid, you don't give the penalty. Against Barcelona, when they play Girona, you give the penalty. Or Liverpool has actually suffered a lot from VAR as well. Just be consistent. That's all we're asking for.
Yeah, that's good, but you guys should carry a loss quietly, and same thing will happen this weekend, and you guys complain, but you guys should carry a loss quietly.
Yeah.
It's been just to say it's been an interesting 2 weeks or 1 week, 2 weeks. It's been an interesting week. We have so much to give you guys, good stuff, good bets and everything. So you guys stay on. And of course, thank you very much for all the love and support, but please go ahead, like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. And going on to some very, very big news today. Arsenal was playing Wolves. Arsenal played Wolves. The bottom side in the Premier League. Arsenal vs Wolves, bottom side in the Premier League, having barely 10 points. Arsenal went into the game and they were leading 2-0 by the 56th minute. And the game ended 2-2. You predicted Arsenal to win the Premier League. What do you have to say regarding this?
I wasn't expecting Arsenal to win every single game from now to the end of the season. They're going to lose some, they're going to tie some,
against Wolves.
Teams that are facing relegation are always the toughest to beat.
Wolves are not facing relegation. They have been relegated since last year.
There's still a chance. It's not really guaranteed.
Actually, they're playing for nothing, so they can be free to play because they're technically playing for nothing.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. Arsenal should have won that game, but they actually sold the game away and they got just 1 point. Now they've dropped 4 points in 2 games. I know they have to play Tottenham, but I'm still not worried about it because I know they'll play very well against Spurs. I know Man City will find ways to lose, to drop points as well. I think they'll drop points against Newcastle. Arsenal have another chance to win Man City at the Etihad. I don't think that's very difficult. Man City have a lot of teams to play, including playing against Wolves later in the season. So I understand people are actually like bottle the league. But Arsenal won't bottle the league. They'll win the Premier League. Because there's not a person. Chelsea is not even the top 4 team as we speak right now. Liverpool, not a top 4 team. So the only threats to Arsenal is Man City, that I think is very inconsistent, and Aston Villa, who I think might not have enough to win many games to actually catch up to them. So I really think Arsenal, they will come back strong and they'll win. I mean, when they beat Spurs this weekend, that will be a big boost for them. So I'm not really worried about Arsenal.
So, but what do you think is the main issue with Arsenal? Do you think right now it's a mentality issue, or what do you think is the issue with Arsenal, and what do you think is the way forward?
I just think things happen. Things don't go your way. Like Barca, that goal shouldn't have stood and have been a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
But I just believe that you cannot win it all, And Arsenal, I understand they were 2-0 up. They lost. They conceded 2 goals against a relegation team. Like, I understand that for sure. But it's all about how you bounce back. Arteta's philosophy has to stand firm.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's win this match. Let's play together. The only thing I see is that those guys might be nervous whenever they face adversity. If the opposition team on the road, if they are feeling pressed, they might not really be as clinical as they would be. Arsenal plays very well when the game is 0-0 or is tied and there's enough time to go. But when they have the opposition playing a specific kind of way, they press and they try to score, and the fans are always against Arsenal, you can feel the tension in the game. You can feel it on your seat. But they have to just stick to the philosophy. Play to win, play to win, play to win. Go back and watch the tape against, the first 4 months of the season, how you're playing. Go back to that and you're going to win games.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, another important thing which happened this week as well was the Vinicius goal, and then the racist chants and the racist abuse from the Benfica player. What do you think about that? People are talking about it, and it's talking it down pretty much. But what's your take on that? I know you're not a Real Madrid fan, so let's speak objectively, to be honest. I know you're not a Real Madrid fan, but let's talk objectively.
I was going to speak from a subjective standpoint, but now you want to speak objectively. Let's speak objectively. This situation is Vinicius' word against Pechinyan's word, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Vinicius said A, this guy said he said B.
Yeah.
That is all we have to go with. The camera didn't record what he said. I mean, he definitely covered his mouth, so we have to suspect what he said to be extremely malicious. But I've heard those guys insult people's parents on the game, so you might think he said something like that. But at the same time, you had Kylian Mbappe, who was there saying he heard it 5 times.
Yes.
But when that player said it the first time, Vinicius was already with the referee. I know for sure at least 2 people are lying. Mbappe was definitely lying, but I mean, if he said it, it's actually disgusting.
Yeah.
If he said it's actually very, very disgusting. But if he didn't, then I don't understand why everything was in there. And the thing is, it happens a lot with Vinicius Jr. Why him? Why does it have to be Vinicius Jr.? And
the thing is that Vinicius Jr. is a player that he's very expressive in the way he plays. He's Brazilian, he scores, he dances, he's very expressive. We all know that he has his part to play. Normally, he's expressive and stuff like that. But when it comes to, let me say, if he scores a goal and then you guys are angry and then you guys are, it's okay, it's banter, we understand. But when it comes to racism, when it comes to racism,
that's like a red zone.
There's no room for racism in our sport, and it really brings our sport down when we're trying to go ahead and then they're doing this racist chants and everything. I think it's really demeaning, and some people are more expressive than others. Some people don't hear it and they'll be like, don't give a shit about this, but some people are really, it's really touching, to hear that they'll stand call you a mono or whatsoever. And then when you hear the things that come out, they'll say, no, he called him that, he said hermano. How you come about and say hermano?
Yeah. The way Vinicius actually reacted quickly, he heard something very bad.
So what? But I mean, if you're in UEFA's position, what do you do about this? Because I myself, I'm very confused, because there's no, in as much as we know that there's a high probability, because me, for a fact, deep down within me, I think he said that. But if you're in UEFA's position, what do you do?
You do an investigation.
How much? What investigation? Like they publish that they're going to do an investigation. But what investigation can you really do?
You just do a lie detector test. I don't think that guy is trained enough to pass a polygraph or whatever they call it.
But I don't think I really do a lie detector, because is that setting out grounds for other things, like anything that you do?
Yeah, that's true. It's not for a clearance position. So all you can do is to just, I don't really know, you can't do so much. If the player said he didn't say it and he said he heard it, there's what else can you do? You cannot tell him to confess, or you cannot coerce him to say what he said. The only thing you can do is to get in to do a light, like a detector test. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, it might even make sense if you actually want to be serious about racism, you know?
Yeah.
It might actually make sense if you want to be really, really serious about this thing.
Actually,
Yeah.
I mean, come to think about it, that makes sense.
But if you want to just say you want to investigate, all you can do is to ask questions and they'll tell you whatever they want to say.
He covered his mouth.
He covered his mouth, you have nothing.
Yeah.
But obviously that is if he said it was extremely disgusting, and that is nowhere, you know, if he said it, he's nowhere close to play the sport. And I think when Benfica goes to Madrid, they'll see something. They'll see something.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in trouble. But yeah, I think you know Madrid won the game in the end. Vinicius, big kudos to him. You know, if he heard something like that and he was able to come back into the game, play with joy, handle the pressure, take on players one-on-one, celebrate, smile. I think he won that match and he won the game and he won the day. So kudos to him for that, for sure.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Next game, what about Bodo Glimt? I know you love this team so much. You've spoken about them, but what about them and their performance today?
I knew they would win this game, but I was not really sure of
You
that.
didn't have the cojones
I didn't have the cojones to actually take them. I knew for sure that Inter would score less than one goal because those guys have a certain way of playing at home.
Yeah.
And the temperature is always very cold that opposition teams cannot really connect easily.
Yeah.
And then those guys scored. I didn't believe they were going to score 3 goals against Inter.
Yeah.
3 goals against Inter, one of the best teams in the
Europe.
world.
They went to Champions League.
They went to Champions League 2 times in the last 4 years. So those guys are actually title contenders. But Bodo, they just beat Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, and Man City in a span of 5 or 3 Champions League match days.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet on those guys to win the Champions League.
I mean, there's no harm. You might just put some $20 and win how much? How much will it be?
I mean, if they can beat those 3 teams, why can't they beat other teams?
Unfortunately, they will not play the finals in Bodo Glimt. So
well, that's true because they always bend the knee when they go on the road as well. So it's gonna be a long day for them. But that was a good game. Do you think they can actually keep that 2-goal lead against Inter in Italy?
I think yes. I think what's happening here is Inter will obviously go to press. I feel like that team has an opportunity to like they know how to score goals in as much as it's Bodo Glimt and you're playing in your environment and stuff. But I think they know how to score goals, you know.
Yeah.
And when you're playing against Inter, what happened is I think Inter's gonna press them when they go to Italy. If they can score on the counter attack, and they prove that they can do that against Man City, if they can score on the counter attack, then they can definitely hurt Inter Milan. I mean, Inter Milan is a team that can go crazy and score 3, 4, 5 goals, but normally you think that Bodo Glimt can snatch 1 or 2, 1 goal at least. So it'll be very, very interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, and they have the courage because they actually beat Atletico Madrid in Spain.
Yep.
So it's not like they go on the road and they park the bus. They can actually play collective offensive football. And their goals were actually quality goals. It's not like they had like luck here and there.
Exactly.
So I would love to see if they eliminate Inter, it's gonna be good. I hope they face Barcelona. Maybe we can have 9 goals per game in both legs.
Yeah.
Apparently.
That high line. High hits.
Hansi Flick.
That high line is gonna be high hits.
Hansi Flick. It's high line, Hansi Flick.
I don't know exactly what the guys would talk about the high line, but yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But anyways, let's jump right into this weekend. Like the past weekend, we had the FA Cup in England. The Premier League is back this weekend. And the first match we're gonna talk about is the team that has to win this game, Manchester City. If they win against Newcastle, they would go within 2 points of Arsenal.
Yep.
Can they win this game?
Considering that Newcastle had a very good game against Karabakh when they won 6-1, and they're going to face a Man City side. I think Newcastle sometimes always trash in the Premier League. Lost to Brentford, they are trash in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Man City, on the other hand, have the firepower with Antoine Semenyo.
And they have the rest.
Firepower and everything. I just think with us now drawing to Wolves, if there was ever a time for the team to pick up momentum, like for them to feel like, yes, we can actually do this, this will be the time. Good thing is that they have Antoine Semenyo. He has never won the Premier League. I think he'll be pumped to come to a team and win the Premier League. We know for a fact that sometimes when your team has won 4 or 5 Premier Leagues in the past 8 years or so, you'll be a little bit lackluster. But when you have someone or some people that are interested in winning, like Ryan Cherky, for example, Antoine Semenyo, maybe even Jeremy Doku as well. He's not playing yet, but you feel that they'll come in with some, hope to come and win the league. And technically, I feel like this might be Pep's last year in Man City.
Oh.
I mean, it might not be, but I think he want to leave on a high. I don't think he will, you know. So I think Man City go against Newcastle at home, and I think they get the win.
Yeah.
I think they get the win.
I think they'll win this game. First of all, the first reason why I think they'll win this game is because in the EFL Cup,
Yeah.
Man City beat Newcastle 3-1 in their own stadium.
Yeah.
And then the return leg, that is when Newcastle have to find a way to come back. And they got beaten even better.
Yep.
So I don't think Newcastle have enough to beat Man City. And then guess what? They've traveled to Azerbaijan. They're going to fly back to England.
Very long flight.
Long flight. Time to rest on a Saturday. They don't have enough. They won't have enough.
Yeah.
Newcastle won't have enough. So I think this is going to be a game that Man City actually wins. So if you want to put your entire rent on it, I'm not going to blame you for that.
Yeah. By the way, guys, that's something that guys should look out for. Very soon along the year, we'll probably make a session where we'll maybe bring a couple of friends, a number of people, and then I was thinking, sit down and talk about our betting history. What's lost ever and everything. Just down like in a setting of a resting setting where you're just drinking and sipping and talk about your betting history along the line.
My grandmother watches this thing. Be careful with what you.
Yeah, just think about how you got into betting and everything. People talk about experience and stuff. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting sometime. Not just definitely on the podcast, but just a general setting.
Yeah, for sure. But anyways, next game, we're moving to Germany.
Yep.
We got Leipzig against Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund, those guys on fire.
Yep.
They haven't lost a game in like 16 matches. And they're actually within 5 points of playing Bayern. And Bayern have a game against Frankfurt, which is going to be a tough match. Leipzig, they don't know how to win anymore. Against Mainz, they lost 2-1. Against Wolfsburg, they tied 2-2. Now you have Dortmund that is traveling to Leipzig to play. What do you think happens here? Do you think Dortmund can win this game to go within 3 points of Bayern? Or if Bayern wins early in the morning, do you think Dortmund can keep that gap closed?
I mean, to be honest, I don't think they'll take the win. Leipzig is a very funny team. They have some very good players like the likes of Jan Diomande. I think he's been targeted by Dortmund. I mean, by Bayern. He's been targeted by other teams in England as well. Jan Diomande has been playing so well. I mean, the team isn't doing very well, but we know that Leipzig has a good team.
Yeah,
Leipzig has a very good team, and it's just like Germany in Germany, for example, right? When two big teams are playing, that's where you really see the big team coming out.
Yep.
So I feel like Leipzig has opportunity to say that, okay, we've lost a couple of games, we've drawn a couple of games, but we're here to actually do something serious. So yeah, but I think it's gonna be tight. I don't think Dortmund comes in and just gets the win.
Yeah. Plus, whenever German teams play a midweek game, they play very bad the following weekend. So Dortmund will be tired a little bit from playing Atalanta. Leipzig are well rested at home. But then all these things don't matter because Leipzig, they had a chance to defeat Wolves. They didn't. So this is going to be a game where if you're a sports fan, you just have to enjoy and watch the game.
Yeah.
Don't stake anything because it's very, very tricky.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm going to watch this game for sure because I like Dortmund so far. I like Girassi. He's very, very red hot. He's been scoring goals, providing assists. He's literally carrying that team right now.
Yeah.
So I really like Dortmund in this matchup, but I'm going to just watch and see.
Yeah, I love Leipzig. When I play soccer, I like to dribble, even though I'll dribble and lose the ball sometimes. So that's why I love watching Leipzig because Jan Diomande is extremely good, very, very good from Côte d'Ivoire. But yeah, now from Germany, we're going to travel over to Spain, where we have an interesting game, Osasuna versus Real Madrid. Osasuna versus Real Madrid.
There's a challenge online. Wait, did you see this?
No.
You have many guys online doing challenges where they said, I'm not gonna cut my hair until Real Madrid win 5 games in a row without a penalty. It's not called penalty anymore, it's called penalty. Oh wow. Do you think that can happen? Do you think those guys can win 5 matches without a penalty? I don't think so. Not now, not this season, not next season.
Why are you making like the penalties are the only things winning the game? The previous game that they just won against Benfica,
We're talking about 5 games in a row.
They didn't score a penalty. The previous game that they won, I think Real Sociedad, was it 5-1 or something?
It was 4-1. 4-1. There was no penalty.
Yeah, they scored two penalties. Vinicius scored two penalties. But without the 2 penalties, they would still have 1-2. It's not like this.
No. That's why the sport works. The sport doesn't work like that. No. Madrid are penalty merchants. Vinicius Jr., Brahim Diaz, Rodrigo, and obviously
Wait,
king.
honestly, to be
Kylian Mbappe.
very factual, was that a penalty or no?
No, that one net or next to the line. The first one was penalty, one was. Bro, he dived before the defender even tried to tackle him.
Nah.
He was literally in the ocean swimming.
Dangerous tackle. He sees out him.
No. Don't look at it. Don't look at the aesthetics of it. Look at where contact was established and when. Do you think contact was established before he started diving?
No, but the point is that contact was established. No. Contact was established. Yes or no?
He was diving. It's kind of like, okay, look at Brian Bumo's penalty against Morocco.
But that was a penalty for sure.
Oh, they didn't give it. So what I'm saying is that the ref made a mistake.
So it's just the ref it's the ref for Brian Bumo. It's not the ref for the La Liga.
No, but if you take a look at it, you can see that the player was diving before any contact was made. He was literally, both of his legs were suspended.
We all know that this is soccer. And with soccer, you have to sell it out, you know. No, hear me out. The way they touch players, right? All the penalties they give, it's not like those that the way they touch you, it has enough energy or force to bring you down, you know. Yes. But you have to sell it out. Lamine Yamal does it. Everybody does it. It's not like it's not a penalty. Good and fine, it's a penalty, but you have to make sure that the referee sees it the way you want him to see it.
But there was, what is the job of the referee? To catch simulations.
That wasn't simulation because the VAR would have caught it. That wasn't simulation.
Bro, there was no contact.
There was contact, just like he was already in the motion with. He was pretty much waiting for the contact, and that's what players do.
Bro, do you know what these guys? Do you know these guys?
Yeah.
How many times I've seen Mbappe dive without any contact?
He's not the first person to do that.
But anyways, do you think? No, I don't think that guy. That guy is gonna stay longer than 1,000 days. So long as you have Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., so long as there's no striker who can actually head balls into the net, those guys will not go 5 games in a row without a penalty.
Okay.
Yeah, but on this game, I actually think Madrid might tie. I think they'll tie this game.
Tie which game? So that Barcelona come out.
A lot of emotions from the game against Benfica. Plenty of emotions. Those guys will be very, very exhausted. Traveling back to Spain, they have to go on the road to Osasuna. Those guys are actually fighting to stay on the top of the table. Madrid will not win this game. I think they'll tie this game.
Madrid have an opportunity to win and then put some distance between themselves and Barcelona. They're definitely gonna do it. They're definitely gonna.
You hope so?
No, I don't hope so. They're definitely gonna do it.
All right, good luck to you on that.
Okay,
next game.
I mean, Barcelona versus Levante. Barcelona has lost back-to-back versus Atletico Madrid and Girona. I think it's an easy game for Levante, to be honest. If there's ever an opportunity for a team to get a win or for a team to score goals and get a win, I think this is a game for Levante. Levante has a history with Barcelona. They won Barcelona 5-4 in those days and stuff, even though they say it's at home, but it doesn't matter. I think Levante has an opportunity to join the winner's club and then get their win versus Barcelona. What do you think happens in this game?
You said it all. I guess they'll win the game. You don't even believe yourself.
I did believe myself against Girona. Guess who was surprised?
Yeah, unless the refs receive a phone call, I don't think they win this game.
Like against Atletico Madrid, right?
That was not La Liga. We're talking about La Liga here.
Okay.
Yeah. So the refs, the only way Barcelona loses this game against Levante at home is if the refs receive the phone call from Perez, because we have not lost at home in La Liga this season, and there's no reason we're going to lose at home right now.
I guess this is where we all start.
No, it's not going to happen this weekend. Levante, those guys are going back to Segunda División. They won't beat us at the Camp Nou. We're going to actually maul them. Well, if you're betting, take Barcelona minus 2.5 spread, because we're going to beat these guys 4-0 or 5-0.
Minus spread. Okay, but
we're going to beat these guys at least by 3 goals. Take 4-0 or 5-0.
Have you taken it? You show us the best sleep.
You'll see. No, you'll see. You'll see on Sunday.
Okay.
I'm going to post it on Sunday.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we're going to take a flight back to England.
Yep.
We're going to talk about the biggest game of the weekend. The North London Derby. Is it North London, right?
Yeah, North London Derby.
Where Arsenal are traveling. They'll play Tottenham. Spurs, I don't know what's wrong with those guys. Arsenal, they have their own way. They are shaky right now. Things are tense. They have to win this game, because if they don't win this game, if Arsenal don't win this game, if they draw this game and Man City wins, It's just a 3-point game.
with a game in hand.
With the game in hand.
Man City's game in hand means Man City win the game in hand is going to be equal points.
And Arsenal have to still play Man City at the Etihad.
Exactly.
Oh my God. This is a crazy game for Arsenal.
After Arsenal, with the draw versus Wolves, the worst game possible will be a trip to the new stadium, to Tottenham's new stadium. With a new coach, he got Bodo, whatever his name is, the previous coach of Juventus. That's the worst possible way. One thing, you don't have tape of the coach. You don't know exactly how he plays. You don't know what happens, how he's gonna play with Tottenham. You don't know how he's gonna line
exactly. You have nothing.
You have nothing. You're going away from home. You lost. You drew with Wolves. Also, Saka left the field a little bit injured. We don't know if he's gonna be fit as well. It's just the worst possible scenario. It's really just the worst possible scenario. And if a new coach is supposed to make a name for himself, what's the best possible way to make a name for yourself? Against your bitter rivals Arsenal and helping them to lose the title by beating them at home. Everything is written in the book for Tottenham. And everything is written in the book against Arsenal, to be honest. Everything is written in the book against Arsenal. But on the other hand, this is another opportunity for Arsenal to say, we're actually in this to win it. We're actually in this to win it and then go and play with their lives. Last time they played Tottenham, I think Everton Eze scored a hat-trick. So this will be a chance for them to go in and actually show that they are still contenders for the title. But what do you think?
I think they'll show that they're contenders. I think Arsenal will win this game. One, Thomas Frank couldn't do it and he has a lot of Premier League experience. Two, Ange Postecoglou, he did the exact same thing. So you have Arsenal who have fired last two coaches and they couldn't do anything. Now you have Thomas Frank who has done a lot of good with Brentford, a less selected team, and he couldn't do it with Tottenham. So I don't think a coach who has no Premier League experience, I don't think he can just come in and coach Spurs to actually avoid defeat against Arsenal. So in my opinion, I think this is a game that the Arsenal will win this game. They will win this game because they have the better team, the better defense, and they can score more goals. Newcastle actually beat Spurs. Okay, yeah, it's a new manager, but it's the same players. I don't think they have enough firepower, attacking power to score Arsenal. This is that kind of game where Arsenal will score one goal and they'll park the bus. Like they did against Manchester United, week 1.
But they tried to do this very thing against Wolves and it came back to back. It came back to eat them their ass, pretty much. And now, Tottenham, after Man City were leading them 2-0, they came back and they equalized 2-2. So we know very well that at their home stadium, they had the ability to actually fire back. Tottenham is a team that Arsenal, once they're leading by 1-0, they tend to defend a lot and everything. And we have just discovered that their defense isn't impenetrable like we thought. Because the same thing with Brentford. Brentford scored when they were leading. Same thing here. They were leading 2-0 against Wolves, bottom side, and Wolves came to equalize. So I think they have that ability to fall under pressure.
Yeah.
And I think it all comes down from the manager because Arteta be shaking in his boots. He sends that down to the players and the same thing, they feel the same way. They'll lose a game or they'll draw a game and the players are crumbling in the field. I think that sends a very, very, very bad message to supporters. Because at some point, if you're drawing a game 1-1, for example, or maybe you're winning 2-1 and they equalize 2-2, the fans go into panic again. They panic and they start, normally that's when they have to start shouting and supporting the teams. And then you were seen this before when the team is ready to win the Premier League. Man City, they won 7 teams in the last 7 minutes of games when they won the Premier League. Sterling will score the last minute goal or De Bruyne or Aguero. Even in the final when they won, even in the last one of the season when they won Aston Villa, I think it was 2 seasons ago, Aston Villa was winning them 2-0. They came back to win 3-2 or something of that sort.
Yeah.
So is that fight that you guys need to have and you guys need to instill it with the fans so that when you guys are down, they should expect that you guys are going to come up. But when you guys draw, you guys crumble in the pitch. I think it's sending a very, very bad message to the fans as well. So if that kind of thing happens again, they don't have the voice to support you guys because they are so scared. So I think it's a real big mentality issue that they need to do and sit down and do a reset on it. So that's why it's just so funny. And
they'll do it. And if you want to think about it, those guys have had very, very tough schedules recently. Road game against Brentford, road game against Wolves, road game against Spurs. The next game is at home. They have to win this game to come back at home and keep pounding and pounding. And then for the next 5 weeks or so, the road games will be against pretty teams that are not good. So I think this is a game that Arsenal will put a lot of work into because after that, their next game's at home and they will definitely find a way to win that. So yeah, I'm definitely with Arsenal in this game, but it's going to be a very, very big game, a must-watch game for sure.
Yeah, very big.
Yeah, absolutely. And then on Monday, you've got Manchester United playing against Everton. The first leg, Everton beat Man United at
One man down.
Old Trafford with one man down. Obviously, Michael Carrick wasn't there yet, but this is a game that Man United have to win, because if Chelsea wins on Saturday and Man City or Man United, they don't win,
Top 4.
Chelsea goes up a point against Man United, at least a point. Do you think Man United can win?
I mean, Everton is a good side, to be honest. They have Jack Grealish injured, but I think they are still
They have very good players who can actually score goals.
Very decent side. Ilman Ziaye, Keenan Dewsbury Hall, now Tyreek Jordan. But I think they're a very, very decent side. And man, to be honest, this Man United side, they have so much firepower. You have Brian Mbeumo, you have Bruno Fernandes, pretty much one of the best, or almost the best midfielder in the Premier League. You have Cunha, you have Amad Diallo.
Yes.
They have extremely good players, to be honest. And truth be told, I want to say Everton's going to get a draw or something, but Man United, they have so much firepower, to be honest. But if they play like they did against West Ham, they'll be shocked.
That's the thing. And this is a game. Everton is a team that really can get wins against Man United. Everton beat Aston Villa on the road a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So it's not like they cannot win games. They can actually win games and they can actually defend very well. And they can do counter-attacks. And Man United, if they have to win, they have to learn how to break down Everton, because Everton this time around will be a team that will sit back and defend.
Yeah.
So Man United, they have to win this game to stay, in the top 4. Everton, honestly, recently you've been a guy who likes Man United, and I've been a guy who, don't trust them.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be taking Everton to win or draw this game.
Okay, wow.
So, I really think Man United, they have enough to win it. They have enough, but I feel like they will come up short.
Yeah, Man United is just a funny team, to be honest. They have the firepower, and man, I think deep down with them, even though I always hated Man United, banter them, but deep down there's something good about the team that you want them to do well. I mean, not doing well at Chelsea, but maybe it's because I've gone through so much turmoil, hate, and everything that it's now you're feeling bad for the children that have been hitting the whole time. So I think that's what's going on right now.
Yeah,
but yeah.
No, it's definitely going to be a fun game to watch for sure. Monday I'll be tuning in. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, the MLS starts. MLS.
That's your place.
There are 3 leagues in the world that I love to watch: Premier League, Bundesliga, Barca. That's not the league, it's just one team. And the MLS. MLS is pure entertainment. Plenty of goals across the board.
Yep.
On Saturday, Miami, who won the cup, will be traveling to LA to face Son. And this one guy, LAFC. This is going to be a very, very interesting game. Obviously, the GOAT is not going to be there because he's got a hamstring injury. But guys, this weekend, you have to tune into the MLS because it is very, very interesting. And it is very, very predictable. But the odd makers, they don't know it. So it's a good chance for you to get plus money on a lot of matches. So tune in for the MLS, LAFC against Miami. I've got LAFC to win that game. Miami is going to fall on Saturday because Messi is not going to play. But
what are the odds for LAFC?
2.1.
Right now without Messi playing?
Yes. So yeah.
I think I'll be riding that as well.
Yeah, for sure. So MLS, guys, tune in. And then we're going to have fun. Do you have any best bets so far?
Yeah. So I think my best bets, I'll be riding, first of all, with Chelsea. Chelsea plays Burnley. Chelsea right now, whenever they play at home, shots, Obama is back, so I'm going to be going with that shots. The line is at 14.5 right now, which I like it. So I'm going to go with Chelsea. Next thing is going to be Betis. Real Betis plays Vallecano. Vallecano is 17 in La Liga, but Real Betis has 1.9 odds to win.
That's crazy.
So I'm going to be going with Real Betis shots as well. And then I'm going to go with Real Betis tie no bet on another slip as well. So Real Betis shots and Chelsea shots. Then, depending on how I like the odds to be to go up to 2.5, I might add Bayern. The line isn't out yet. So, we're going with Real Betis shots, Chelsea shots, and then Bayern, depending on how it is.
Sounds good. Yeah. For me, I just changed my mind. I'm going to be going Dortmund. I like statistics. I like the numbers. I like data. Dortmund have not lost in the Bundesliga in like 15 plus matches. I'm not going to go away from that. I'm going to take Dortmund to win a draw against Leipzig this weekend. Then I'll go to Spain. I don't like Madrid, but I like you when they win me bets. I definitely love those guys. Real Madrid over 5.5 corners because they will not score easily against Osasuna on the road, especially as they are tired. So I'll take the corner kicks. Vinicius is going to play this game, and I like him a lot because he likes to dribble, cut inside.
Go to the byline, corner.
That's where I am. So Madrid over 5.5 corners, 2 legs, 2.9 odds. So that's where I'm going to be this specific weekend. I'm going to have a 20 plus leg parlay that I'm going to post on Saturday at 12 o'clock at the scoreboard on Instagram because the MLS is back. So guys, tune in and let's go. Let us know what your best games this weekend are, your best predictions, and we're going to have fun this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to have so much fun. And like you said, I'm feeling good about the weekend as well. I'm feeling good about it.
So let's tune in and we'll see you guys next week.
Yep.